This following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you now, they are the team of Leon Gray and Ryan Stewart.
Here they are making their way to the ring, the team of Leon Gray, Ryan Thorne, made to last. Great atmosphere today here in Kirby Sports Bar. Stu, how have you been, my mate?
Oh, good to be back, Michael, after missing the last show. And yeah, can't wait for Atmosfear. 8 fantastic matches today, Mike. Looking forward to them all.
It's going to be insane. And this opening bout, a tag team contest, obviously, we're sponsored here today by Rama Clobber, 1310, Claw Fighting School and Faulkner Fight. Really looking forward to this one today, Stu.
Liking the Miami Vice attire, Mike.
Loving it. The new t-shirt. Brilliant stuff. New t-shirt, I believe, is available on our big cartel there, Stu.
Might have to get one, you know, Mike. Very vibrant, what I like.
And here come their opponents today. Two guys who we know very well from past shows. Alfie, a real crowd favourite in this area. He's unfortunately come up a bit short in his last few matches here, Stu. He's on a bit of an unfortunate losing streak at the moment after having 3 losses. But this young guy is someone who's got heart, and he's fought well in all his shows so far.
And the tag team partner.
On his way now.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring from Ormskirk, weighing in at 165 pounds, Ethan Kelly.
Fantastic young talent, Mike. Ethan Kelly getting booked far and wide now. Still very young, Mike, but this is fantastic experience for him going through his career, isn't it, so early on.
Mate, this is such a big match for both Alfie and Ethan. Great announcements there by Ben Cecil. Good to see him ring announcing today. And Alfie and Ethan, as I mentioned, big match for them today. Ethan's picked up 2 big victories here at Superstar Pro in the last couple of shows. But this one a real test for the young tag team against Made to Last. What a tag team these guys are. They've been absolutely marvellous around the Northwest scene since we got back from lockdown. Really made progress. And the way they function as a tag team, Stu, is what is so impressive. Very reminiscent to me of the Rockers from back in the day. Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels back in the late 80s.
What a time for tag team wrestling that was.
Too big, too strong.
Don't want to underestimate Ethan. We've seen it on a few shows now. You know, you can mix it up with these 2 lads. I know they've been together for a while now, Mike. But yeah, I think Alfie and Ethan will give it a good go today. Do not underestimate those 2 lads.
Yeah,
very well
Alfie,
equipped.
He's getting the crowd right behind Ethan here, and Ethan as well. You know, Made to Last did mention on social media that when they thought they would meet with Ethan Kelly, they thought to be on the same team, but obviously that's not how it's turned out to be today. So they're very aware of the young talent, Ethan and Alfie as well. This is the time for them to finally meet in the squared circle on opposing sides of the ring, Stu.
Keeps posing after those hard shots, Mike, but just don't underestimate Ethan.
Yeah, last show he managed to get a win over the big guy Drill. So he's quick, he's agile. Look at that. Great manoeuvre there, and the crowd really behind him here. Big flying drop kick in the face, and the crowd here in Kirby Sports Bar are going crazy for Ethan, absolutely loving the work there. Brilliant stuff.
That's it. Keep keep the pace, Ethan. That's what you've got to do.
Good sport and competition there. Handshake. Good to see. And in steps Leon Gray. Crowd firmly behind Leon as well. So obviously made to last debut of the last show. Beating the Scally lads, who had trouble on deck. And ended up with Dougie Matthews going overboard there in that one.
Do you have any armbands on, Mike?
Unfortunately, well, I've heard he's got his 50 metre certificate. And did you see that? Alfie Brooks just fired straight up in the air with that monkey flip, and he landed hard there. Seems to be all right, Alfie, but he took a heck of a fall there. He's really riding Leon Gray here. Nice clothesline by Alfie. Tough kid, Alfie Brooks, Stu.
They're going to have a bit of a tussle here, Mike, I think.
Well, that's it.
By the looks of it, you know.
Laying that forearm into the neck of Alfie. He's backed him into the corner. Great tag work again by Made to Last, which is what they're so well known for, Stu. Ryan Thorne putting a boot to Alfie's midsection there. Leon Gray out to the outside. The whole crowd here chanting Made to Last now. Really great opening bout with the fans firmly behind both teams here. So lots of fans for Alfie. Who's caught?
Tried the crossbody.
By Ryan Thorne, and the tag is made. He's in trouble here. This is a precarious predicament for young Alfie Brooks. He's up for the suplex.
Huge
and
maneuver.
a crossbody. Oh my goodness, Alfie Brooks. Right down to the mat and just a 2 count. But Alfie struggling to catch his breath. He's trying to get out the ring there, but Leon Gray's got him. Drags him back into the middle.
Needs to get to the other side of the ring if he can.
He does.
He Made to Last and really trying
now
to keep
get
him in the
Ethan
corner.
Kelly. Ethan Kelly back into the matchup. Yeah, Alfie, unfortunately, his last show taking on Tommy Jackson, who debuted there, and came up on the losing end of that when he was locked into the
kicks in stereo there, Mike.
Stereo kicks, and just a 2 count there.
There's a split in the audience, I think, Mike. You know, half and half, I'd say.
Crowd are really enjoying it so far here at Kirby Sports Bar. As we bring you Atmosfear.
Sits to the midsection. Beautiful snapmare there as well.
And obviously, Stu, we mentioned about the Scally lads earlier.
Beautiful.
Great backflip by Alfie Brooks. We mentioned the Scally lads earlier. Their tag team dismantled at the last show by Made to Last, and they're going to take on each other later on in the card today. That'll be an interesting one there. As Alfie Brooks once again gets laid out by Ryan Thorne, and it's 1-2. Just a 2 count from referee James Greenwood there. Obviously, last show, Stu, you were unable to be here, but we had Danny Proper and Oscar Byron on comms with us, and they obviously not big fans of Made to Last. The Salford Lads Club. Yeah, the Salford Lads Club.
See the ring move then, Mike, on that one.
Oh my goodness, he's absolutely fired him into the corner. And now going to work on the knee.
The vertical base, which we've seen many, many times in pro wrestling. Slowing it down.
Leon Gray just slapping the face there. Reminiscent of Razor Ramon back in the day. He's got them legs hooked up, and this is the education that Leon Gray's had, a fighting spirit, training school, trained by some of the best. Oh, and a big, powerful forearm to the spine of Alfie Brooks, leaving him decimated in the corner here. And Leon jumping in and a heavy drop kick.
Might be all she wrote, this.
And that's 1-2. And Alfie manages to battle out there. Gets out. He does need to make that tag to Ethan Kelly, though. Ethan's got his energy building up on the outside. And once again, Made to Last. Backing Alfie into the corner, making a quick tag. Both men double teaming Alfie in the corner now.
It's a staple of, constructive tag team wrestling there. Keep him in the corner.
Intelligent tag team work and a buckle bomb. And Alfie caught up on the ropes, and more great tag team work, and another drop kick right to the head of Alfie Brooks. He could be unconscious here, and it's a 1-2. Just a 2 count, but Alfie fighting valiantly here, but he's really took a beating here by Made to Last, who are tagging so intelligently, and really great tag work so far. Alfie with a mule kick there into the ribs of Leon Gray. Can he make that big
Gotta
tag?
get to Ethan here. No, the drop kicks have been so effective. Incredible, Mike.
The velocity and the strength he delivers them with literally put Alfie Brooks down to the mat.
Thought he can head back to the North Wales coast then, Alfie.
He's just off Flint there with that one. Still a few fans right behind Alfie Brooks here though, egging him on. Just everything he tries to do is getting cut off by Made to Last at the moment. That is the intelligence and the training of Leon Gray and Ryan Thorne here. Just another 2 count. Ethan Kelly ready to dive in there to break that one up. Alfie battling up from a low centre of gravity there, and Leon trading forearms. Leon backs him up once again into that corner. Oh, going for something.
Beautiful.
And Alfie flips out and he's tagged in Ethan Kelly. Ethan Kelly's coming in hot here. Like a comet. Forearm in the corner. Leon Gray could be in trouble.
Beautiful to the head. Pinpoint
Drop
accuracy.
kick to the head. And
Pinpoint.
Ethan Kelly is fired up here, Stu.
Waited quite a while to get back in here, and he's making the most of this. Oh, another tag for Alfie. Alfie's coming back in, and they're going to team up.
Straight back in, and that's this. They've got something planned out here. Oh, but it seems to have backfired on them.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, Leon Gray manages to the noggin knocker there. Both men clash heads. Alfie, I don't think he was ready to come back into the match. I don't think he'd fully recovered. And what is this? His legs are up at the ropes, and a double DDT by Made to Last. And Ethan Kelly has been knocked sick there. Alfie Brooks back in, and he's getting chopped to pieces here by Ryan Thorne. Leon Gray back in the ring. More chops, goodness me.
See the experience of these two, the way they work the quick tags, still in the corner. Oh, wait a minute, Mike.
What the heck is this? What is Oscar?
Oh, my days. On the rope.
What the heck's going on here? Oh,
Low
Danny
blow.
Proper into the ring.
Low blow, Mike.
Made
This
to
could be
Last,
it.
looking for the lasting impression. Alfie Brooks rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Goodness me, the distraction has led to Alfie Brooks picking up the win here. Made to Last.
What's going on here, though, Mike?
Made to Last have been screwed here.
Ethan's not happy with Alfie, though. There was a bit of a to-do in the centre of the ring there. Oh, he's not
Danny
happy.
Proper and Oscar Byron show up here in Kirby and have cost Made to Last this tag team bout. It looked like Made to Last had this one finished here with the lasting impression. But Oscar Byron with the distraction, and Alfie Brooks is absolutely loving it. He's picked up his first win here in Superstar Pro Wrestling. But his tag team partner Ethan Kelly not too happy with the way that came about. Made to Last back in the ring. What's going to go down here, Stu?
They're trying to ascertain why that happened. They think Ethan's in cahoots. I think that's what they're trying to work out, Mike. Oh, he sorted it out now.
Salford Lads Club make their presence known here in Kirby Sports Bar.
And also give a hand to Leon Gray and Ryan Thorne, Made to Last.
Made to Last. A big loss there for them on that, you know.
They're in the ascendancy.
1-1 now they really were, and Ethan Kelly doesn't look too happy with the way he's picked up that victory there, but it's another win for young Ethan Kelly, who moves to 3-1 on his win sheet. But Made to Last looked like they had that one in the bag there, Stu. So
this match is a singles match and is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
nice to see referee Laura Hebner here today. I believe it's her refereeing debut, so it'll be an interesting one for her because she's going to have to keep these men under control, which is going to be tough when I hear this theme music. Because you know what this means, Stu?
I do, Michael.
The dangerous demolition man himself. One half of the Merseyside mercenary squad. Here he is, Dan Evans.
Representing the
Laser focus.
mercenary squad, Being from Liverpool and weighing in at 220 pounds, Dan Evans.
Absolute student of the game, Dan Evans. Now his opponent at the last show, James Reid, managed to pick up a huge win against JJ Webb after Sam Bailey's interference backfired. Dan obviously must be fuming. Here he goes, he's got a few words to say.
That's right, I get no respect here. But today, I'm a bearer of some bad news. Unfortunately, Pitbull had an unfortunate accident in the back. His leg had been broken into pieces, and now he's on his way to the hospital.
Goodness me.
Wasn't me.
It probably was you.
Shut up.
You shut up.
I've got a microphone. I am louder than you. Each and every one of you will shut up.
Dan bickering with a very vocal audience here in Kirby.
Showing the disdain for him though, Mike.
No respect. No respect.
He's right. These people don't respect him
I will
whatsoever.
get respect, and I will get it today. James Reid, it's you and me. I've already sent one person to the hospital. I'm going to send another one. I promise, I guarantee you will go to the hospital today. I will break you.
Crikey, Dan Evans promising to hospitalise James Reid here. But here he comes, the local lad himself.
Liverpool's favourite son. Please welcome James Reid.
Here he comes, James Reid. Huge respect for James here in Liverpool, his hometown. People singing along to his theme tune. Dan Evans, meanwhile, has been disrespected by the crowd here tonight. And he says he's going to send Reedy to hospital.
Can't discredit Reedy's credentials though. Oh, straight at it, Mike.
Straight at it.
Here we go.
The bell's ringing.
Here we go.
He hadn't even got his shirt off there before he was being punted by Dan Evans. Clubbing blows to the back there. But Reedy fighting back straight away. Kick to the midsection, backs down up to the corner.
What a start. What a start.
Big karate style kick by James Reid there. But chopping by Dan Evans is back and forth here at the start of this one. Another big chop by Dan Evans, right to the tattooed chest of James Reid. Throws him into the corner, the whole ring nearly took off there.
Very hard into the corner there, Mike. Wouldn't have been nice, that one for Reedy.
Reedy over the top rope there, he's evaded that. Boot to the face of Dan Evans. Back in, over the top, very athletic James Reid. And a drop kick to the knee, puts Dan to the ground, kick to the face, and Evans is out of there. And this is a great start to this match by James Reid.
We're off to a flyer here, Mike.
What's he planning now? Looking to go over the top there, James Reid, but Dan Evans has evaded that. And what's this? Goodness me. Dan Evans has got James Reid trapped in the ring skirt there. Reedy should have saw that one coming, but he's trapped like a fish in a net.
Dastardly tactics from Dan Evans, Mike. Doing what he has to do to stop James Reid and quell the momentum.
Cerebral assassin, Dan Evans, the mastermind of the Merseyside Mercenary Squad. And he's going to be raging. Recently beaten at Wrestle Island, lost his Wrestle Island Championship. And last show here in Kirby Sports Bar was defeated by Conor Clyne. Dan still wanting revenge for that one. But first of all, he's got to take on James Reid here.
Targeting
Reedy.
that leg there, Mike, you know, he's gone straight to it. He's going to stop him from getting up.
Tying him into the ropes as well. And Dan now just absolutely booting right in the hamstring there of James Reid. Dan Evans saying he's going to break James Reid here. Hoping to hospitalise him, and that just shows how vicious the vigilante Dan Evans is.
Move out the ring quick.
Cares for no man.
Liverpool's favourite son.
Look at Liverpool's favourite son, he says to the crowd here, and they're muted at the moment by this abuse by Dan Evans on James Reid.
Shut up, Evans.
Shut your mouth.
Crowd burst back to life, telling Evans to shut up. And James Reid's leg collapsed there, which allowed him to actually escape from the clothesline from Evans. Reid fighting back with elbows, but Dan's got him locked in here, sends him off into the ropes. Massive clothesline by Dan Evans.
Clothesline.
And that's put James down for 1, 2. Dan Evans not happy with the ref there, saying that's a slow count, but you know, Laura was right down for that one.
Stop Reid from doing anything. Really surprised, Mike.
Normally so full of energy, James Reid. Obviously trained in various forms of martial arts. Blue belt in Shotokan karate, and
shots to the head here.
He's fighting back here though now. Dan reverses it once again, showing all his ring savvy here.
Kick him in the head.
He's kicking no one in the head. Rainbuster.
Dan really getting confidence here now, but he's
Being methodical in the last 2 or 3 minutes as Dan.
You want to see me kick him in the head? You want to see me kick him in the head? Shall I kick him in the head?
Slowing it right down.
Dan still bickering with the crowd as well. Asks if they want to see him kick him in the head, so he punches him in the head. Anything to upset this audience here in Kirby. And anything to hurt James Reid more than he already has. It's picked up the win, only a 1 count there. James Reid kicks out quickly there of that one. Dan's going to have to do a bit more before he picks up a win here. Crowd once again back behind James Reid as he gets to his feet, but he's struggling here with this chin lock, and Dan, is that a choke, Stu, do you think, or is he seems to be holding their hair?
Reid, he's wise to that though. He knows that style of fighting, that style of combat, you know.
Managed to fire Dan into the turnbuckle, and Reid, he's still fighting back.
Trading as we did at the start.
There's no quitting, James Reid, I'll give him that.
Beautiful sling blade, Mike.
That's it, Dan Evans.
Beautifully executed.
Head driven down into the mat there. He's back to his feet though. The audience really appreciative of that one. They love a good sling blade here in Liverpool.
Just missed the target there, just missed the button. Dan quite loose about the corner there, Mike. Thought he was going to be for it there.
That's it. He knows his way around that ring, Dan Evans. He could sense Reid coming in there and just moved out the way. Uranagi there by James Reid. Nearly picked him up at 2 count anyway, but nearly at a 3. What has James Reid got planned here? He could be going for that double stomp that he likes to hit.
Going for risk, for reward, Mike.
If he hits that, he's going to pick up the win here, but he's missed. And Dan Evans with the shout of die, and has just speared the leg away from James Reid. That wheel could be gone as he locks in. He's trying to lock in a half Boston Crab there, a half crab by Dan Evans, but really fighting out. Massive headbutt by Dan Evans, but looks like that's hurt him more than it's hurt Reid.
What a knee. What a knee right on the button.
Skilled fighter is James Reid, and he's just absolutely fired Dan Evans into the corner. James Reid on the ascendancy here. He's up to the top.
Can he get in this time, Mike?
He's going for it again, I think.
Oh!
And that double stomp right to the ribs of Dan Evans. This could be the win for James Reid. 1, 2, 3, and it is the victory.
Huge victory.
That is a massive win for James Reid. Dan Evans looks like he's in agony.
Reid, he did fantastic there, Mike. He was on the back foot, wasn't he? He's come away with the win.
Dan Evans down, rolling about on the mat there. Reid with that massive double foot stomp picks up the big win here. Referee James Greenwood out to check on Dan Evans. Our officials today helping
it was
Dan
all
Evans.
a ruse. It was all a ruse, Michael.
And he's hit James Reid right in the crown jewels there. And what has Dan got planned here?
That was despicable. What's he got? Oh, he wants to put him out. He wants to lay him out with the chair.
Oh, he did say he was going to send him to hospital, and now he's picked up a folding chair from ringside.
What a despicable act
And
this
after
is.
Reid, he picked up this big win. He's now getting pummeled. He's now getting pummeled.
I've seen this so many times. He's going to put it in a vice here, Mike.
Referee James Greenwood needs to step in here because he's trapped Reid's ankle in that chair.
This is
and
disgusting.
Now Dan has ascended. Oh my goodness!
That's disgusting.
Oh my goodness! He has hospitalised James Reid. He's just broken the ankle of James Reid there in that chair. I don't think our camera team needs to be filming that, to be honest. The audience here are absolutely shocked by that one, and unsurprisingly, we've just seen a victorious young star who's now just been possibly sidelined here, and Dan Evans is laughing about it.
Absolutely ruthless there, Mike, but not
That
what we
was
want to see.
absolutely vicious.
Not what you want to see in the squared circle, Mike.
And
Actions like that
of
after a
course, we've
match.
got medics on hand today here at Kirby Sports Bar, and they're going to be, I think they're going to have to either call an ambulance, or certainly James Reid is going to have to be paying a visit to the local medical facility today. He still manages to give a big wave to the crowd. Big round of applause there for James Reid.
James Reid.
So winner today, huge matchup for him there, but in the long run, that win could have cost him a lot more than we know there, because that ankle of his seems to be broken. He's being helped out by officials here, but that does not look good at all, that injury for James Reid. Wish him all the best.
Absolutely.
Now, folks, this next match is a special competition for you. It is scheduled for one fall. And introducing first.
Been looking forward to this one, Stu. I know that music. It's the music of only one man. Stu. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, healing from the River Ribble, impressive. It's shifting Carter Wimpy.
He's ready for Halloween.
Is the custard cream dream.
Got myself a Milky Way.
Barry P. Wet.
Oh, he's slinging it.
He's broke the chandelier.
The chandelier is
He's broke the
up.
chandelier here at Superstar, throwing trick or treats
My
out
word.
to the crowd. He's just shattered the chandelier. Barry P. Wet. Absolute local legend, Barry, from the River Ribble. His mum's let him out today. He's got his shift at Wimpy covered, and he's just destroyed a chandelier that could cost him at least a month's wage. If he's not showering them with trick or treat sweets, he's showering them with glass, which is
No Greg's for him. It'll be Pound Bakery, I think, in the coming weeks.
Barry
After that.
P. Wet has just taken things to the extreme. He's here in his Halloween fancy dress outfit today. He's not made it into the ring so far.
Try again, Barry.
He was only telling me the other day he hasn't watched a wrestling match since 1995. He's got all the best VHS. Is he okay, Barry? What happened to the chandelier, Barry? Here he goes. He's building himself up.
He's in.
The custard cream dream is in there. He's made it. What an absolute hero. He's been known for his skirmishes in chip shops around the UK. But here he is on the big stage now at Superstar Pro Wrestling here in Kirby. Who's his opponent today, Stu?
Due course, Michael.
Where is he? Bringing out Sir Ben Cecil doesn't seem to know who his opponent's going to be today either. He didn't show up, says referee James Greenwood. Wasn't expecting to hear that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am regretful to announce that Big Cheese is not here.
Where's Big Cheese?
Big Cheese. He's not here, we've just been informed.
Is there any wrestlers in the crowd?
Barry Pewet speaks.
No, you just sit down. Any wrestlers anymore? Let's go and have a look.
Any wrestlers in the crowd he's come to. He's asking to take on some of the audience. A young gentleman stepped up, no, too strong.
Come on, stand up.
Me! Give me
How are you?
He's asking people in the audience to take part in this match.
Me!
It's very selective here.
Isn't there anyone? Just one person.
There's a guy in the second row who's throwing his arms at someone who really wants a chance here. The guy who he's just ended up smashing glass all over, he's a big lad, Barry. You don't want to be taking on him, son.
No. I got the wrestling game with me. Just there.
How do you think you the money from the best part?
It's not this accent. I'm not Italian. Polish.
This guy's saying he actually is a trained wrestler. The crowd seems to want to see this, give this guy a chance. He's got his wrestling gear with him.
He's got his old kit and caboodle here,
That's
Mike, in the bag. Look at
Anyone
this.
knows if you're trained. Anyone who's trained, they know to bring the kit with them to the show. But this guy, someone out the audience, is going to get a chance to take on Barry Pewet here. One of the guests from the crowd's championship belts. They're going to wrestle for it. So I'm just being informed by someone in the back. He's even brought his theme music with him, this guy. Someone they've just plucked from the crowd is actually going to get a chance to take on Barry Pewet here. This is sensational development, Stu.
Quick
and
change.
Look at this. What the hell? You're here with us in real time. This guy who's just stepped backstage is out here ready to wrestle. Barry wasn't expecting this. Barry, the man who thought that King Mabel was still the king of the ring, is going to get himself in trouble here. I've just been informed that this guy is Charles Hannikin. Let's hear what Ben Cecil has to say to announce this guy.
A claw wrestling school. So yes, I'm ready.
He's been training a claw wrestling school.
What's your name, kid? Ladies and gentlemen, and the opponent, he's from Eastern Europe, and he is the Slavic Magic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Charles Hannikin.
There we go,
Charles
Mike.
Hannikin, there it is.
We've got his name now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed that this match will now be contested for this child's WWE Championship.
I'm not sure if the mic cut out at that moment perfectly or if someone's editing this in the back for us, but it's for this child's title.
That'll be okay. You know, diet.
So, Charles, you ready for this?
Barry, the custard cream dream, could be in trouble here. And it's interesting now to get to see Charles here, who's just been plucked out the crowd.
Hannikin on the back of his tights there.
That's it. This guy looks like he's in good physical shape. And let's see, he's locked up with Barry here. Collar elbow tie up and puts the custard cream dream down to the mat.
Bit of power there.
He's a bloody ninja.
He's a ninja, says Barry. Goodness me. Barry back to his feet. He's wrestling his favourite t-shirt, the Trick or Treat special there. Taking on this person. He's challenged from the crowd now. Barry's not at the best of luck here at Superstar Pro Wrestling. He's already, he says he slipped on the ring there. The officials checking the ring, they're absolutely nothing up with it. Now Barry's brought trick-or-treat sweets to the ring today to share with the children in the audience, but so far he's plucked a chap out the crowd he was going to take on, and it's not going too well so far, Barry. It's the chap. He's a ringer. It's the chap you got out the crowd, Barry.
God loves a trier, Barry.
Goodness
Get back
me.
in there.
And you can see this championship belt that's been plucked out the crowd as well that they're going to be fighting for here so far.
Side headlock.
Been handed some information here about competitors here. Charles been told that he trained at Claw. He's been training at Fighting Spirit Academy, I'm seeing here. From Poland. Eastern Europe. And he was announced there as the Slavic Magic. So interesting stuff. He's certainly faring much better than I expected here. As he
bit of power on the Barry.
Barry P-Wet to the ground, and Parry drops to the mat. Over the top, goes for a knee, but Barry showing some good. That's probably the most offense I've seen Barry hit, to be honest.
Lovely hip toss there.
He's been watching the old VHSs again. He lives in his mum's house, obviously, and he's got the best of 94, 95 collections there. He was telling me that he fancies that Jeff Jarrett as a up-and-coming superstar.
Well, you know, if you can strut with him, you might be able to go toe-to-toe with Double J.
Never know. I think he's just caught up in the past a little bit, old Barry, but wrestling classic. He's telling me the other month that he loves seeing wrestlers like the Ultimate Warrior. Bret the Hitman Hart's one of his all-time favourites. Stu, I know you found the Hitman himself.
Absolutely, one of the best of all time.
Barry's hoping that one day Shawn Michaels' boyhood dream will come true. Barry, this atomic drop there to Charles Hannikin.
A la Bret Hart.
That's where he's learned that.
Beautiful splash into the corner there.
That was earthquake-esque.
He's managed to weather the early storm.
He's asking for his custard creams and bourbons.
Oh,
bloody hell! He's just bounced the custard cream off the head.
Smashed into me
leg
there.
there. And crikey, there's custard cream and biscuit debris everywhere. It's like the McVitie's factory floor around here. Goodness me! Just invented the people's elbow. A 1-2. Barry P worked with a 2 count there. Could have been his biggest victory of his career there against this young gentleman who's invited out the crowd to take him on. Only 2, Barry. Good efforts. Keep going. Barry's enjoying it out there today, but he's getting a bit of a beating now. Karate chop and kick by Charles here.
Lovely.
This is looking for nice.
Lovely suplex. And
suplex, and he's going for the second. He's kept it locked in.
German.
And
oh!
Crikey, fisherman neck breaker there. Lovely stuff by young Charles Hannikin. 2 count, but it's only a 2 count, but I'm not 100% sure his hand didn't hit the mat there, but Barry P-Wet's shoulder must have been up for Greenwood to call the 2 counts. And he's still going. Double axe handle smash right to the chest. And that's the 3 count. And it's a huge win for Charles Hannikin here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and that's massive.
Here is your winner, and new WWE Replica Championship winner, Charles Hannikin!
In his debut match, plucked from the crowd here, Claw Academy's own Charles Hannikin has picked up the win, and he's picked up that Child's Replica Championship. Big hugs for Barry P-Wet, who helps back to his feet. Barry's took a beating again, and he's down at ringside. Now last month, Stu, when we were here, Barry was put down and didn't get back up till the interval after his match.
We need to get him up soon.
Congratulations.
Fantastic win for him.
That's huge for that young man, and well done to him.
Never thought I would see a custard cream to the head, but we've seen it this afternoon at Superstar Pro. He's ambling his way over here now.
Barry's making
struggling.
his way, he's struggling up. Are you okay, Barry? Have a rest for a moment, sir. Another valiant effort from yourself, but didn't make it this time.
The following is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Here we go, our next contest here, Stu. This will be interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, healing from the Red Admiral, he is the violent gentleman, Tommy Jackson!
The violent gentleman, Tommy Jackson. Stu now made his debut at the last show. I've seen this man in a few places around the Northwest recently. One of the most aggressive and dangerous customers I've seen on the pro wrestling scene. Last show he put young Alfie Brooks to sleep. He used his lock-in, which is a crossface chicken wing, to put Alfie to sleep. And he's looking to do the same to his opponent today. But he's going to have a tougher test today because he's going up against somebody who we know very well. That violent gentleman there. Certainly a dangerous individual.
And the opponent.
And you'll recognise this theme music. Another local wrestler, trained by the likes of Chris Ridgway, Will Ospreay and Dean Allmark. Now that's a resume on CV straight away.
Absolutely.
Making his way to the ring from the world, weighing in at 234 pounds, Conor Clyne.
Conor Clyne, here he is.
His family there, Mike.
Here he is, Conor Clyne, trained by some of the best. If he's even took an ounce of the knowledge from those guys, which you can see he has, last couple of shows, he's been absolutely brilliant here. The crowd have always been thoroughly behind him. Defeated Dan Evans last show. It was a huge win for him, but this one is going to be a tough contest. I can't call the winner here for this one, Stu.
It's going to be very, very physical, this one. You can just tell Milo.
You can see straight away the rage in the eyes of Tommy Jackson. This is a man who hates everything he sees. Raised in drinking establishments all around the northwest of England as a young man. He was
him there.
He's mocking Conor Clyne. Yeah, he recently become a father himself, Conor Clyne. But Tommy Jackson was the father of the house from a very young age, and you can see what that's, what that's done to him, being raised in these drinking establishments and this persona that he's created for himself here. I think some of it's partly in his mind, but some of it, I know he's a businessman, he's a bit of an entrepreneur. The braces are off here.
All business now.
He is getting ready for business, and I tell you what, he's a dangerous man. Look at this, he steps behind Conor Clyne there, into a headlock, Clyne down to one knee. Tommy Jackson cinching it in, trying to cut off the airways for Conor Clyne. But Conor stands tall, look at that, Stu.
Two Trojans. Again.
Stands him up again, shows what a tough guy is, and a big elbow puts Tommy Jackson down to the ground, and that is only going to anger the violent gentleman, who rolls out to the outside now, and you can see he's in a bit of pain here. Conor Clyne showing his toughness and showing his nous there as Tommy Jackson rolls to the outside.
Good start this from Conor.
And look at that, though.
As soon as I say that.
Tommy Jackson, claws to the eyes. That's one he's learnt in the Red Admiral. And on the toughest part of the ring, drops Conor Clyne onto his spine right in front of his young family who are out here to support him today. And a 1, 2. You're not going to keep Conor Clyne down with that. Can't be that lax on the pin. Tommy now getting angry again, and he stomps
Shots
right
to the wrist.
down on the wrist of Conor Clyne. Now it looks like he's working on the ankle as well.
Malicious and vicious here. Oh,
Green was not happy about this. This is brutal. He's pinpointing them spots that he's trying to hit there, and he's putting a beating on Conor Clyne. Both ankles and a wrist so far, and Tommy Jackson doesn't look like he's finished yet by a long shot. Clyne backed into the corner now, Jackson helping him to his feet, only to try and extract more pain on him. Look at this, he's twisting that shoulder, manipulating that shoulder muscle there, and then
so nasty. You know, Conor can hold his own with anyone, but at the moment he's struggling. He's ground him down here, Mr. Jackson.
Tommy picks up a 2 count. What's he thinking here? He's
what's
picked up
going
them
on here?
braces. Referee have a word. He's strangling Conor Clyne with them braces here.
No regard for his opponent here, Mike. Not one iota.
A warning from the referee there for Tommy Jackson, who doesn't seem to care. He's laughing it off. He's laughing in the faces of the young fans here. And Conor Clyne has been on the receiving end of a lot in this matchup so far. Conor manages to turn it round though and sends Tommy Jackson back into the corner. The whole ring shook with that one.
Great power.
Conor now looking for a suplex, and he does slam. Down to the mat for the 2 count there. Conor now.
Oh, he's going to give him a taste of his own medicine here,
He's got
Mike.
the braces himself
He's
from
had enough.
referee James Green. Not going to be happy about that, but there we go. Conor Clyne fighting in the royal blue of his favourites, Everton, today. And he's just choked Tommy Jackson out. But what's this? Oh, no!
Don't turn your back, Conor.
Devastating forearm to the back of the head. At least it wasn't a pint glass to the back of the head there, because that's the sort of thing Tommy Jackson's been hitting since he was about 12. European uppercut to the chin of Clyne, and a boot to the gut. And again, Tommy Jackson, a man just filled with hatred.
Bringing it from the streets, Mike, here.
He is, but he's calculated, Stu. That's the dangerous thing about Jackson. He's a businessman. He's, you can see he's thinking about what he's doing. Every kick is pinpoint accuracy. It's to a wrist, it's to an ankle, it's right into the ribs of Conor Clyne. And the crowd now offering a fight with Tommy Jackson. Now, I'd be concerned he would take it.
Lovely suplex.
And a 2 count, but that pin a bit too cocky again. If you want to keep Conor Clyne down, you need to hook that leg. You need to make sure them shoulders are pinned to the mat, because one thing about Conor Clyne I know is that he is not going to give up. The crowd telling Jackson he sucks here in Kirby. He's not bouncing with them. He's got them fists taped and he's putting them on Conor Clyne's chin. And now Clyne fighting back.
Pure instinct from Conor here, Mike. You know, he's been hurt, but oh.
Massive headbutt there. Oh! Duncan Ferguson-esque headbutt there by Conor Clyne, and right back at him. Conor Clyne's on the rocks there. Oh, goodness me.
Pure connection there.
Headbutt to headbutt.
Hard as hell, these two.
Oh, catches in there. Throws it, just tosses him like he's nothing there, Tommy Jackson. It could have been the hit to the head.
Beautiful German.
The German nearly threw Tommy Jackson out the ring. And Clyne now building up. Oh, huge drop kick. Fires Tommy Jackson right in between the ropes. And he may have hit the turnbuckle then. 1, 2. I did think that could be the end of this one here. Conor Clyne would have picked up the victory with that vicious drop kick there. Conor, a very proud man, fighting for his family today. And it looks like he's going to try and pick up the win here in front of his hometown crowd. But what's this? Goodness me, Tommy Jackson. He calls that one the closing time. And it was nearly the end of the night for Conor Clyne there.
Thought he was locking the doors there for the end of this one.
Hang on, what's this? He looks like he's winding up. He could be winding up for the last orders, but he's missed it. Clyne, what a clothesline! He's took the head off Tommy Jackson. It's 1, 2, 3. We've got our winner.
What a victory for Conor Clyne, Mike.
That clothesline, he calls that the Gladys Street end, Stu, and it's the end of Tommy Jackson tonight here at Superstar Pro Wrestling. Massive victory for Conor Clyne, and Tommy Jackson's not going to be happy about that one. I think there's going to be, there could be more on the cards for this. But Conor Clyne in the blue of his favourite team, Stu.
Absolutely.
In front of his family. And goodness me, his tiny baby passed into the ring, and that's who he's fighting for. Way! Lion King, yes, the family man. Conor Clyne, a proud father there, and he could be proud because after that victory against a tough opponent, Stu, don't take anything away from Tommy Jackson.
Guys, wait a minute at the back. Wait a minute at the back. You two know that you're supposed to have a match. Don't fight it. Come on now. What are you doing? Get down! Remote down! Remote! Get him down! Remote! Remote! Get him! Get him! Back him! Get him! Come on! Get him back now! Get him down! Get him off of it! If he's going to interfere in our match. No! Hey! We help. I'm here to. Ladies and gentlemen, I am just hearing word from Superstar Pro Wrestling Management. Come on. There will be a match between these three teams at the next Superstar show, provided that neither team lay a hand on each other tonight. As long as there is no contact between either team, there will be a match in the next show, a competition between the two sides.
Right, next show.
All right.
Next show, you're getting it. You're getting it. You're getting it. No contact. If you touch each other, this match will not go ahead.
I'm getting it.
You wait, mate. Yeah, just you wait. I'll show you, mate. Just you wait.
Lagos change. Yeah, is that what I'm getting? Yeah.
Back it up.
All right, let's calm down. All right, big donut.
You don't even have a
Okay. There's a baby there. Queen, you not these muppets.
Alright, when you can afford a shirt with sleeves on, come back to me.
Daddy, you don't have one, I'd like a picture. You want a picture?
Oh, come on!
Ladies and gentlemen, made to last there. Put your hands together.
Where's Tony? Tony,
let's have a picture. Come on. Do the handshake thing.
No touch it. A bit like Pretty Woman. Wonderful.
This match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Welcome back to the second half of Superstar Pro Wrestling here for Atmosfear. Mad Dog Mike Angus joined by the Welsh Wizard Stewie Palmer. And here we go. Dougie Matthews. Dougie, a man me and you know very well, Stu.
Certainly do, Mike. My neck of the woods.
Been working hard in the gym by the looks of him. He's really bulking up, putting a bit of muscle on. But this is a young up-and-coming wrestler who I think if he didn't have such a bad attitude, Stu, would be, you know, headlining shows all over the country. He's just threw his sunglasses into the front row. He's took his jacket off. But this match has all come about after what happened last month.
They're intertwined, these two, Michael. Very much so.
He's making his way to the ring. He is the 7 seed, the natural born scallywag,
You're right with what you say, Stu. Very much entwined, trained together at the North Wales Wrestling Dojo. Very different styles, though, Stu, you'll find. Very different characters, certainly. I believe that's why they didn't coexist so well at the last show. I think there's something about Joey Marcus, the natural-born scallywag. What an exciting character. A coat for you there, Mr. Palmer.
Yeah, absolutely. From the Pirate Man himself.
Ready? Matthew's ready.
When he's not out on the 7 Cs, he's been working hard in the gym himself. Both guys looking in peak physical conditions here, and you can see Joey Marcus, good sportsmanship, offers the hand of friendship to Dougie Matthews, and it looks like Dougie as well. He's going to shake it today. That's good to no. Yeah, oh, he shook it, Dougie. I wasn't expecting that from Dougie, to be honest. It shows a bit of a change in character of him. That's but crikey,
great tie-up, great lock-up from both men.
Aggressive start. You can see the
control there, Mike.
Really cinching that up. I've seen Dougie doesn't tend to have a bit of a bad attitude sometimes, Dougie Matthews, but he seems to be keeping it in check here so far and really concentrating on this, where both men are wanting to pick up the victory. And there you see.
Stopped him in his tracks there, Mike. I wasn't expecting that from Joey. Oh!
Joey stops him in his tracks and stamps on the foot of Dougie, and Dougie's not happy about that. And he pokes him in the eye. And Joey Marcus, clever, but Dougie in agony there as his...
He might have him walking the plank early on here, Mike.
Well, there you have it, exactly. The shin right into the knee, and Dougie is peg-legged outside at the moment. And the natural-born scallywag steps away and lets Dougie Matthews regain his composure out there, and Dougie... he's just taking a breather on the outside now as Joey Marcus stands strong in the ring.
Here's this attitude that you spoke about pre-fight, pre-bout.
Dougie needs to concentrate on the match. Don't get distracted by the crowd, Dougie.
Everything in his arsenal, this guy. Just needs to... Cooler head needs to prevail here, Mike.
It's just, he just gets them moments and he just loses it. And it's great for us to see, Stu, but it never seems to turn out well for him. So
We've got the battery there. I'll calm down.
Bit of peacemaking here.
Looks like Dougie's learnt a lot. He's calmed down. He's got his head back together. This is a new Dougie Matthews here. This is great to see, because this is the advice people have been giving him for the past 2 or 3 years. Just keep your head, Dougie. Keep showing what you can do. And now he's offering the hand of friendship to Joey Marcus, which is what we like to see. And he sends out the Pirates hook. But hang on a minute. What's Dougie Matthews?
Absolute sinister man.
Dougie Adders.
I didn't think he was going to take the bait there.
He
Joey
has taken the bait, and he's been absolutely at his own hand wrapped around his head. Neck breaker. He's in the corner now. Dougie Matthews. To be honest, he had me fooled there. I thought he turned over a new leaf, and instead, he definitely hasn't, as he just kicked the ear right off the side of Joey Marcus's head, and that could be a cauliflower deer there. And now Dougie laying in these brutal blows right to the ribs. And look at him now, Dougie Matthews has just... He's turned on a penny here and is now...
This tag team's concerned, it's over.
We told him.
The tag team's over, that's it. The Scally lads have imploded there. So they fell out at the last show over what had happened in their match, but Dougie now has become laser focused on this one, and his ego seems to be growing by the second as this crowd gets behind Joey Marcus. Dougie's head seems to be growing at a highly inflated rate
so quick
as he goes into the corner. And here we go, 1, 2.
The old, very resourceful there. The old tripping behind. Couldn't get any momentum off the back of it, Mike.
Clever work by Joey there, and Joey likes to, he likes to pretend he's not all there. But I tell you what, He's an intelligent lad himself, but I'm not sure if he can hang here with Dougie Matthews, who is super intelligent and organised too. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
That's the difference between them. That's why they couldn't coexist as a team previously, because Dougie wanted everything done meticulously to a certain way, whereas Joey is so spontaneous. And now Dougie is showing here why he, one, cannot be trusted, and two, he's also a dangerous character himself inside the squared circle.
Joey Marcus just didn't look like he had the wherewithal there in the corner, Mike. Like he was distant, you know. His wits are not about him at the moment.
Dougie really got him and just nearly broke the ring using the body of Joey Marcus, the natural born scallywag, and picks up a 2 count there. Dougie livid now, though. He thinks that was a 3.
In his head, I think it's good friends, better enemies, Mike.
I think just better enemies. He's happy to stick with that now. He's, I think he's had enough of the natural born scallywag, and I don't think we're ever going to see them two tag in any capacity again. Dougie once again eats the turnbuckle as Joey Marcus gets out the way, and a lovely back body drop that could have just broke the ring.
Fans getting behind him now. Fan favourite. Oh, but
just looking for that cannonball.
The youngsters in attendance, they love Joey.
Get your cameras out, says Dougie Matthews.
Beautiful.
Lovely elbow drop there off the middle rope, and that's brilliant from Dougie, to be honest.
What a turn in midair. Yeah, we saw it, mate. Yeah, we all saw it, and it's great, but you need to concentrate.
Dougie getting a little too cocky. He needs to be a bit more careful there.
Can't get his attention, you know, let his attention go here.
Joey Marcus.
Relentless.
Seems impervious to pain at the moment, Joey Marcus, because they were 3 hard shots from Dougie Matthews.
Channel it from the 7 seas, Mike.
He's got that pyro hook back in, and he sends a slap Dougie Matthews' way, and another one. This is only going to enrage Dougie Matthews, slapping the face of him here. And here we go, what's this? That was awesome there. And
Can he hit it this time?
He's calling for that
Gotta
cannonball.
land this. Oh!
Goodness me. Dougie Matthews' head took a wobble there, and Joey Marcus pulls him back into the middle for the 1, 2. Just a 2 count there, says referee James Greenwood. Scallywag now, Joey Marcus with the crowd behind him, helping Dougie Matthews back to his feet. Both men looking to settle their differences here today, and both packaging him up there. Win. Oh wow, that was looking for that package pile driver that he calls the hook and sink. But Dougie Matthews with a tornado DDT's put him down 1, 2, and he's got that hook on the ropes there. Just Dougie thinks he's won here. He's saying, "I've won." No, Dougie, not yet. You've got to get that 3 count, my friend, if you want to pick up the victory.
Tell you what, I've got a hook more powerful than any pirate.
Dougie saying he's a lot more powerful than any pirate.
Bad attitude.
Come on. Come on, Joey.
Joey Marcus now looking to pick up the win himself. Beautiful. And that's the hook and sink.
Beautiful.
Package pile driver, 1, 2. And Dougie just kicks out there. That could have been the win for the natural born scallywag.
I thought that was all she wrote there, Mike. I really did think he had him. But we continue here.
He's raising the anchor now, look at that. Oh, he's going for it.
Again.
And Dougie flips out.
Elusive out of that.
Sent over the top. Joey Marcus on the outside now. Dougie Matthews moving in. Knee to the face. Oh, drop kick right to the head of the natural born scallywag. What's this? Dougie Matthews looking for something dangerous. Leg drop off the second rope, but goodness me.
Could be all over.
The head of Joey Marcus. 1, 2, and 3, and that is a huge win for Dougie Matthews, who puts down his former tag team partner in dramatic fashion. And he's absolutely took the head off Joey Marcus here, and I do think we might need some medical attention for Joey, because his head just absolutely hit the mat. And look at Dougie Matthews now. If he wasn't cocky and overconfident enough before, I cannot imagine what this win is going to do for him. James Greenwood holds his hands up high, and that brash, arrogant and cocky character there, Dougie Matthews, is now standing tall as the crowd here in Kirby boo him.
I like it, Mike. I like it. I'm turning here, Mike.
The Prestatyn boy, the Welshman there for you, Stu. He's showed
Got to do all you can to win. The W that matters. He took Joey Marcus's best. He's kicked out. He's turned it round.
Just think, Stu, I'm just thinking them big match situations, big game player, he needs to keep that attention and needs to keep that focus. Very impressive win there though for him.
Congratulations, but put a big hand together for Joey Marcus.
And the natural-born scallywag lives to fight another day, although he's picked up the loss there against Dougie Matthews. And one thing I'm pretty sure of is we will not see the Scally lads teaming again together. That was the complete breakdown, and Dougie, mutinous as he is, has left the bounty. But he's took home the winner's purse, and to him that's what counts.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest is a tag team match, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Making her way to the ring, she is the master of the wig, one, bam! From Wigan, Lucy Sky!
All business, this lady, Mike.
She certainly is. She's come a long way in a short space of time since she became the master of the wig one bam, really, Stu. I think when she realised she had that manoeuvre in her arsenal that can just end a match at any moment, she's become a lot more confident in the ring. And some of her performances recently have been not just brutal but also calculated. You'll probably get to see that today, but she has taken her wrestling to another level. And her tag team partner today, someone who's been working extremely hard.
Making her way to the ring, hailing from Liverpool, Hannah Taylor!
Hannah Taylor. The thing about Hannah Taylor is you never know which side of her you're going to get. One thing you do know though for sure is that her technical wrestling has gone to another level since lockdown. There's been a huge turnaround in her performances.
And
See
the
that today.
opponent. Making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is Aurora Evans! And the tag team partner. Making her way to the ring, she is 9 stone of scout, girl power, from Liverpool, Harley Hudson.
Young firecracker from Liverpool here, Harley Hudson tagging with Canada's own Aurora Tevez, and this is going to be an interesting bout here, Stu, because there's been these have really traded some matches between them, this little ladies. So Hannah's defeated Harley in the past. Aurora bested Lucy Sky in our first show. Harley then got the better of Hannah Taylor in a singles bout. And then since then, Lucy Sky really targeting Harley Hudson in past matches. As I mentioned, you see the technical prowess of Hannah Taylor that I mentioned, Stu. She has picked up dramatically in the last couple of months, to the point now where she's really very technically adept in there. And look at this. The arms locked, the head's locked. And Harley Hudson running on the power of the crowd. But if you're technically sound, then you're in a good place, but not there. When Harley delivers a forearm, she thrives with this audience behind her, Harley Hudson.
Great power from Harley here, must admit.
Hannah there, lost Harley in her rear view mirror, and has at the mat there. And what's Harley got planned here? Leg drop.
Lovely leg drop as well.
She's pinned her for a 1-2. Almost picks up the early win for her team there. And as I was saying, Stu, Lucy Sky has been after Harley Hudson for a while, but it's interesting to see that Harley is tagged with Aurora today. Aurora Tevez, obviously trained at Battle Arts Academy in Canada, alongside trained by Santina Morello, I believe. Stu.
It's good to see her coming over to the UK as well to hone her craft.
That's it, she's playing her trade over here now, and you can see it's paying off because she's just...
Button.
It's an awesome manoeuvre to the head of Lucy Sky, though, who's now backed into the corner and could be in trouble here. Lucy Sky, though, quick out of that. This is only going to anger Lucy Sky, this. And what's this? Awesome. Hurricane Runner out the corner there. And once again sends Lucy to the mat. And a knee right to the face. It could be 1-2. Just a 2 count there.
What a start from Aurora here, Mike.
Brilliant.
Any offense away, Lucy here.
What an exciting team Aurora Tevez and Harley Hudson are together. Both of them very high energy. And look at this, they're tying Lucy Sky up here and use her own arms to put it down to the mat. And it's a 1-2.
Very resourceful from both ladies there.
Intelligence, Stuart.
It's got to do. It's what they've got to do here. The crowd are behind them as well.
And you know what? Hannah almost in the ring there. Referee James Green needs to have a word.
It's a distraction though.
What happened to the tag rope there?
Come
and the
on.
distraction there
Come
by
on.
Hannah Taylor has allowed Lucy Sky to pull Harley Hudson right down to the mat.
Like a well-oiled machine then distracting James Greenwood.
Goodness me, and the chest of Harley Hudson has just been absolutely caved in by Lucy Sky there. Could be a lung injury we're looking at there after that one. Good tag by Lucy Sky there, getting Hannah Taylor into the ring. Spinning Harley out. Keeping her locked in there. As I said, Stu, the technical capabilities of Hannah Taylor really on show here.
They needed to slow it down, which they're doing now. You know, that's what they needed to do.
Firecracker Harley Hudson, the crowd thoroughly behind her, off the middle rope.
Lovely, lovely transition.
Oh, and a sling blade there, and Harley Hudson's down for a 1-2.
I'll take it away from her.
Lucy Sky back in here, the powerhouse. Oh, goodness me. 1, 2, and look at that. As she's pinning her for that 1 count, she's got that elbow right in the face of Harley Hudson. Just adding insult to injury, and then fires her with a suplex into the ropes. 1, 2, just a 1 count there. Harley could have hair to leg there, and then
cutting the ring off here.
Metal ring ropes there.
The old tag team tactic there. Cutting her off.
Aurora Tevez desperate to get into another tag team partner. Lucy Sky cutting off the ring, and she's back into the corner here. Hannah Taylor back in the ring. What's she got planned? Going for a suplex, but Harley Hudson blocks. Shot to the throat there by Hannah Taylor. Reversal. Hannah off the rope for Harley's quarter. Good power from Harley. And a backbreaker there. And Hannah Taylor's down, and this is a good chance for Harley Hudson to make a tag and get that much needed breath of fresh air on the outside of the ring and rejuvenate herself. Hannah Taylor's locked the leg though for a moment, and Lucy Sky is back into the ring to bring the power.
Ferocious to the canvas, that suplex, German suplex there.
I know Lucy Sky inspired by Bull Meccano and also the wrestling of Natalia, but that was Bull Meccano-esque, that German.
Come on.
And now just sitting on Harley Hudson, and the kids' faces in the front row there. Distraught by that.
No
Lucy
regard
Sky's enjoying it.
No regard for her opponent here at all from Lucy Sky.
Lucy backing her up into the corner now, makes the tag once again. Hannah Taylor's back in, and Harley Hudson's really took a beating here, Stu. She needs to make that tag and get out there. And Hannah Taylor vicious there. A shot right to the face.
Aurora's doing her best on the side there to gee her up, get her to the corner, but it's not happening. It's to no avail at the moment.
She's really trying to rally the troops in the audience to make some noise, to encourage Harley Hudson here, and that's what she needs, that's what she feeds off. The tags and the technical wrestling so far of Hannah Taylor and the brute force of Lucy Sky is what's kept Harley in trouble until now, is it? No! She's back.
Maybe this time.
And could it be? She makes the tag. She's made the tag to Aurora Tevez, who's in the ring here. Spinning kick and a boot to the face and a big kick to the head of Lucy Sky.
Great power.
Brilliant
Aurora
suplex,
Tevez.
and here we go with a pin. Just a 2 count, but this is it. Energy personified here from Aurora Tevez. And she used all there. Oh goodness me, but Lucy Sky showing her power, and now that was short-lived for Aurora Tevez as Hannah Taylor's in, and a drop kick by Hannah Taylor. Just as quickly as Aurora's team are on the ascendancy, Hannah Taylor locks in that DDT and drives Aurora down right into the mat. Hannah picks up the 2 count. She's looking for that big win for her team here. Harley Hudson recovering on the apron, but Aurora Tevez now. The spin kick, backhand lock Styles.
Again, gets herself a bit of time. Maybe I was going for the pin.
And Lucy Sky in to break it up. Oh, hang on a minute. You don't want to anger Harley Hudson. She's into the ring now. Neck breaker on Lucy Sky. Goodness me. She's angered Harley Hudson, and that's something you don't want to do. Well, Hannah Taylor's just absolutely put her down to the mat. Goodness me.
Great kick by Aurora there, Mike.
Aurora Tevez, kick to the head, and Lucy Sky tags herself back in. Referee James Greenwood saying that's no good. Aurora Tevez, though, what's she got? What's she thinking for there, Stu? She's there to big forearm. It's not going to be. Oh, goodness me.
No, no, no.
We don't want to. Oh, goodness me. Spinning neck breaker.
This
Aurora
might be it now.
Tevez.
This
This
might
is
be
not
it.
the wig. Wham.
Oh, my days.
Big wham, bam.
Pure power.
Power bomb puts Aurora Tevez down, and that's the 3 count for Lucy Sky. Dramatic victory there. I thought the energy of Aurora Tevez and Harley Hudson might help him pick up the win there, but no, it's the brute force of Lucy Sky that has earned them the win there, and Hannah Taylor, the technical know-how of Hannah Taylor came in so handy there, Stu.
Absolutely. They had a lot of offence in that match, Mike. You know, they had the better of it, I think, over the course of that bout, and they put it to good effect there. Pure power from Lucy Sky in the same token, though, Mike. That's her wheelhouse. When she grabs you in that vice-like grip, that's all she wrote right there. Great showing by all four ladies, though.
Yeah, it was great to see Harley Hudson and Aurora Tevez tagging together, but I don't think it's quite ready yet. I think they need to go back to the drawing board, maybe come up with a few more ideas, because the brute force of the master of the Wigwam Bam and Hannah Taylor giving us a technical masterclass today just shows that those two are a really good team there.
At this time, I would like to introduce to you the penultimate match of the evening, and it is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Making his way to the ring, he hails from Wargrave Cemetery. He is 6'5" and 230 pounds. This is Isaac North.
What a monster Isaac North is. He's been on an absolute run of carnage here in Superstar Pro Wrestling. We've seen, Stu, what a monster this man is. And so far, no one's been able to stop him.
From the Hellmouth, Mike. Absolutely. And, you know, he's been booked far and wide at the moment as well, is Isaac North. You know, becoming very well known. And with good reason.
And everywhere he goes, there's more and more people afraid of him. A man who was absolutely built for this season. It's October now, Stu. This guy's been having Halloween all year long.
Just another day to him, Mike.
And the opponent.
Another day of destruction, possibly. But here's a man who has got his game face on today.
Making his way to the ring, fighting out of the corner.
Oh, he's not messing about here. It's Brian.
And he's coming straight to here. He's ready to fight. He's gone straight for Isaac here.
I like the intensity, Mike. This is what Mr. Aidenson has to do. He's got to keep his head, though. Got to keep his head here.
The crowd thoroughly behind Brian Aidenson. Isaac obviously annihilated Barry P. Wet last show. These two fought on our very first show, Stu.
Great kick.
Pele kick to the head, and crikey, Isaac North shaken, and there's some sort of black substance pouring out of his mouth there.
I like this approach by Brian. I think he's learned something from the first fight.
He knows what he's got to do. He knows what he's got to do. Stu, you are the absolute commentator's curse.
I have cursed him there,
He's
Mike.
learned something from the first show, but he has not learned. Oh yes, he has.
Bit of quickness, that's
He's out
it.
the way. He knew what was coming there.
He's got to utilise this, Mike.
That was how Isaac beat young Ethan Kelly. That kick to the post, and Brian had that scouted, got it right out the way in the Ronin. Brian Aidenson here fighting for his family legacy, obviously. His grandfather passed away a few months ago, Brian himself as well. And this is a huge fight that Brian Aidenson's got himself into here, because he is taking on the monster Isaac North. This is Brian just constantly kicking the monster, and he's got him. No, he's not. Needs more than that.
Clothesline.
Isaac North, goodness me. From the depths of hell with that clothesline. And now he's just brutally slamming.
Unearthing the monster, Mike.
Brian
with
Aidenson
it.
down to the mat. The last time we saw Brian Aidenson at Superstar Pro Wrestling, he put on a technical masterclass against Mark Billington, picking up the win there against one of the Billington Bulldogs. Looking forward to seeing them again in the future. But right now, the monster. Isaac North fired Brian Aidenson into the corner. And Brian struggling back to his feet here, using the ropes to help him up. He's trying to get out the way there of the big man. And he's getting around the back of him. Isaac doesn't know where he is, and Aidenson with the bulldog puts his head down into the mat. And here we go, 1, 2.
Good use of speed by Aidenson here, you know, Mike. It's not just his striking ability, his combat sports background, you know. He's got the pace. The pace is helping him, I think.
Yeah, he's a black belt in Shotokan karate. And obviously fighting under the Bushido code, but he's gone for the Bushido 1-2. No, just a 1-2 count there for him, Isaac North. I think that's probably a 2 count's probably the longest Isaac North's been down since we've seen him appear here on Superstar Pro Wrestling. Oh my God. Brian Aidenson's dead.
There he is dead.
Goodness me, and Isaac North now.
Heard you there, Mike.
Just absolutely put him down to the mat, and I think this could be game over here. Isaac North
gives me the EBGBs, this man, you know.
He's happy that he's causing this pain to Brian in front of his hometown fans. And Brian, it's been such a joy. Oh my goodness, it was such a joy seeing Brian wrestle, but I think this could be the end. We could be seeing the end of Brian Aidenson right here, because over the past weeks, Brian has had some big debuts. He's been tagging with Simon Miller at TNT Ignition. But this is a different kettle of fish. He's in a fight for his life here, Stu. And Isaac North is set to punish him and is looking to end Brian Aidenson right here.
Got to get behind him. You can hear a pin drop prior to that. They've got to get behind Brian. He feeds off it. It's a fan favourite. Crowd love him.
Isaac North has sucked the life out of this venue here.
Nice and slippery underneath and a great drop kick to the back.
And Brian back up there.
Where's
this come from? And he's
Lovely
pinned him
pin.
up. 1, 2.
Close but no cigar. But he's got to carry on here, Mike.
He keeps going. He says he's got Isaac the monster, and here we go. He's getting no. Oh no. Oh God. Brian thought he could stand toe-to-toe with a monster, and he could not. He is down on the mat. Isaac planning something here. It could be that medieval weaponry maneuver that he uses. He's got so many crazy power moves in his arsenal. And what's this?
Oh, what's he doing here?
Oh, he's just tied Brian Aidenson up in the ropes.
Spiteful.
What's this?
Spiteful, all this.
Oh, no.
Reverse DDT there, Mike. Pure power at the hands of Isaac North.
Brian Aidenson, I was saying how much I've enjoyed watching him wrestle recently. The crowd behind him, and he really thrives off that, but Isaac North is just a vacuum in this building, just vacuuming the life out of the audience and out of Brian Aidenson. He's a monster. The man from the Hellmouth with a massive ghost bomb there, 2. And only picks up the 2 with that choke bomb, the ghost bomb he calls it.
Come on, Brian.
I don't know how Brian survived there, Stu. I honestly thought that was the end of him. And Isaac North did as well. And that has only enraged the monster even more. Look at him now, up on the second rope. He's going for the knee.
Suckered him in, Mike. Suckered the man in.
Playing a bit of possum there, Brian Aidenson possibly, but he doesn't want to be playing about too much here, Stu, because he needs to get back to his feet. And if he's going to have any chance of surviving here, he needs to pull something massive out the bag.
It's the devil's playground, this, for Isaac North. He's got to quell this. He's got to get through it. But yeah, it's hopefully Brian's gained enough time here and he can get some offense in again against this monster, this barbaric man.
Back to the knees, and Isaac lands the first blow. But Brian's still fighting. See the intensity in the eyes of the Ronin. Brian Aidenson, he's in a fight for his life here. Both men back to their feet now, still raining blows down on each other, forearms to each other's head and neck. And Brian Aidenson really getting behind it now, goodness me. Karate chop to their side of the head of Isaac North, and the big man's down. This could be Brian's chance to pick up a victory here.
Seal the deal, Brian.
Nice. Suplex there, fires Isaac across the ring. And here we go. What's Brian Aidenson looking for? He seems to still be suffering from an injury sustained earlier on in the match. Isaac North with a knee. And goodness me, what's this? Oh my goodness. That was the Morning Star. And I think that could be all she wrote for Brian Aidenson as Isaac North
Come on, Brian.
stands tall.
Come on, Brian. Got to get up.
He's got to get up.
Come on.
Isaac.
Crowd have got to will him on here.
He's looking to finish him off here. What a drop kick by Brian Aidenson. I thought he was down and out, but he's back here. Helping Isaac North to his feet. The big man's woozy. And what's he going for? Is this going to be the Brian bomb? He's connected, but Isaac North is rolling out the ring. Brian needs to keep him in the ring.
He's getting out of dodge here, Mike. That was close.
And that Death Valley driver that Brian Aidenson uses, that he calls the Brian bomb, in memory of his grandfather. That could have been the win there that Brian so desperately needed. Referee's counting as Isaac North, he's been down for at least 3 on the outside, Stu. That would have been the win for Aidenson there if he'd stayed in the ring. And look at this, Isaac North back into the ring post now. Oh, goodness me. Reversed it.
He's going to try it again.
Oh, no.
He's going to try it again, Mike. Worried here.
I do not want to see this again.
Worried for the safety of Brian here.
Oh my God. His head has just been squished like a grape into the that steel.
Yeah, he's not with us,
steel
mate.
post, and goodness me, I think, what is this now?
Uncharacteristically up on the ropes here,
What is he
Isaac
going
North.
for, Isaac North? Oh my God. The guillotine knee drop, and I don't think Brian Aidenson. 1, 2.
Oh, come on.
Oh no, what?
Come on.
He'd obviously won the match there, and he's pulled him back up at the 2 counts. What is he trying to prove here? I think he had the match won. What is he thinking? This is it, shouts Isaac North. This could be the end of Brian Aidenson here at Superstar Pro Wrestling. And what's this? The referee has said. The referee has said that's it. He is out.
No movement from Brian here, Mike.
Here comes referee James Greenwood, and Isaac North is still. He's unconscious here, Brian Aidenson. The referee is still. North is still. Get down, Isaac North.
He's motionless on the mat here.
Brian Aidenson has been knocked out here. Referees.
The refs have done
medical
superbly
staff
here,
are trying to
Mike.
help. But what is this, though? Isaac North.
Safety's paramount.
Oh,
come on!
Kicking Brian Aidenson.
Hey.
It's over.
This man needs a stretcher.
Aidenson
needs a stretcher, Mike.
And Isaac North stands tall. He's kicking things at Brian Aidenson still.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner.
Isaac North picks up the win due to referee stoppage there. That guillotine knee drop. I think it's knocked out Brian Aidenson. He's unconscious here. Injury concern there, but it was a dramatic and brutal victory for Isaac North. The monster there making his way to the back, and he's proud of the damage that he's done there to Brian Aidenson. And must be his Halloween costume. We've got that to look forward to.
Is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
And this is one I've been looking forward to so much. Our main event of the afternoon. Here we go. Cumbrian Outlaw, Rick Marcus, somebody I've been so looking forward to seeing here at Superstar Pro Wrestling. One half of Born Ready, a tag team. He's going to be taking on his tag team partner today. Rick Marcus, he's a big lad.
Means business.
Taking on his tag team partner today. And this is going to blow the roof off this place. Here he comes. The intensity in the room has just picked up. You can feel the atmosphere here at Atmosfear.
Wait.
Fighting out of Davis Gym in Blackpool, RPD, a man who has absolutely been on the rise for the past 3 years, but obviously had to have a break due to the lockdown time period. Very frustrating for him because this man is an athlete. He is a fighter, a boxer with over 20 matches to his name, and he's turned his hand to professional wrestling. And you know what? He credits Reid Marcus as much as anyone for helping train him with his professional wrestling to hone his skills. And that's why this is such an interesting contest here, Stu, because these guys, they're fighting for a fallen friend. One of their good friends, Mark, passed away very recently, just as recent as last week, and this one is very special to these two guys as they fight in memory of their fallen friend. And you can see here, good friends, and they're very respectful of each other. Both men say a prayer in the corner and look up to the sky as they are fighting for their fallen friend. For Mark Lee, who recently passed away, and this is a huge main event here this afternoon because this is it's going to be great to see RPD in action, and the Cumbrian outlaw Rick Marcus as well is going to show us what he's made of today. Big collar and elbow tie-up. Referee James Greenwood watches on. He's ready to call this one straight down the middle as both guys, two hosses, lock up. RPD slightly smaller of the two, but that guy has a lot of fight about him. Over 23 fights, both professionally and unlicensed boxing. His professional career, I believe, 13 fights, 12 knockouts by way of picking up them wins. But Rick Marcus at the moment, Cumbrian outlaw, putting an elbow right to the chin and locking him down to the mat. The crowd here in Kirby firmly behind RPD, Stu.
Absolutely.
He's a bit of a brawler, the Cumbrian outlaw. Looking to rough up RPD a little bit here.
Lovely on the mat from RPD.
Absolutely.
What a transition.
Brilliant way to get out of that one, and he's locked it into Rick Marcus himself. What he doesn't want to do is see that temper of Rick Marcus out today, because he does have a bit of a temper to him, also I've heard. RPD trapped down to the mat, and Rick Marcus really got him locked in there. Knee to the back and twists the arm in a bit of a hammerlock right behind, right up the back there, Stu.
Very technical on the ground there.
Keeping him grounded. You don't want RPD up on his feet, landing them heavy blows, Stu.
Backs him up well there, Mike.
You can see a lot of respect between these two competitors. It's obvious that they work together as a tag team, and obviously they've trained together in the past. Which one of them today is going to prove their mettle and show us who's the tougher of the two? Punch there from RPD. Oh, you saw that from RPD. And Rick Marcus felt that.
No gloves on. No gloves on today, Mike.
He's landed that dig right into the ribs, and
Absolutely.
The Cumbrian outlaw felt that one. We heard that.
Wry smile from him there, though, after taking that one.
That's it. That's what he's got to be aware of. If RPD hits them punches, then you know you're going to be in big trouble. Once again, Rick Marcus with a go behind, and RPD trying to break out. Clever escape there, using his foot and the good counter. Yeah, now great to see this. The catch can style there, and now Cumbrian Outlaw backed into the ropes, but fires straight back and puts RPD down to the mat. Running from side to side there, leapfrog by RPD, goes to catch him, and a
beautiful hip toss, yeah.
And he's caught him by the head and rolled him right down to the mat. And RPD, that's going to leave a bit of a sting tomorrow when he wakes up in the morning. He can't open his mouth or move his head. He's going to know where he was. He was in the ring with the Cumbrian Outlaw Rick Marcus, but hang on a minute. RPD, sneaky little roll up there, Stu, got the 1-2 count.
Liking the intensity from these two, must admit.
Great to see. Obviously, RPD, we all know his past, Stu. Prize fighter.
I like my
tough
boxing,
guy.
Mike.
That's it, my mate. Obviously, Big Fight Weekly. You can check it out on Powered 4 TV. 2. RPD with the roll up there, and Marcus nearly got caught. Here we go.
Lovely.
Another schoolboy, small package there, rolls up Cumbrian Outlaw, and he's just, what's this? Here we go. Nice.
Beautiful
very nice
transition.
pin. Very nice pin by RPD there. Unlucky not to pick up the early victory in this one. Great to see these guys giving it all they got, Stu. Competition between two professional sportsmen. There we go. Spins it round.
Oh, I thought he had him in a submission hold there, but he couldn't get hold of him.
He was trying to lock it in, but the Cumbrian Outlaw just dropped him right onto his back with that sidewalk slam. 2. Picks up a 2 count from that. So Rick Marcus from Barrow, in fairness, obviously trained under Chris Ridgway. He's also wrestling at Future Shock at the moment at the training academy there. And he runs Knockout Wrestling Academy in Cumbria himself, so
busy man.
Exactly, very busy man, and he's helped to hone the skills of RPD, but as he taught him everything he knows, do you think, Stu? Do you think there'll
be some stuff he hasn't shown him? Because, you know, don't want to be giving it all away, do you?
That's
in
it.
Training.
But that natural fighting spirit and aggression of RPD is what led him to become such a successful fighter and boxer. And goodness me, that was with authority as the Cumbrian Outlaw spun through the air as he fired RPD into the corner. And although they're fighting for their fallen friend here, these guys, both of them want to pick up the winner's purse and pick up this huge victory here at Superstar Pro Wrestling Atmosphere.
Lovely jawbreaker.
As RPD there breaks the jaw of the Cumbrian Outlaw. More reverses, and this one picking up pace here.
Spinebuster.
What a spinebuster.
Arn Anderson. The great Arn Anderson.
He hit that with authority. And the ring boards are shaking there. Hit it so hard, some of the turnbuckle pads have flew off. Goodness me.
Tell you what, Rick Marcus has been in the ascendancy for quite a while now, Mike. After a great start from RPD, the quickness, he slowed him down, and some big power moves, as you can see there.
Very impressed with how Rick Marcus, the Cumbrian Outlaw, is currently controlling this matchup. RPD, though, you can hear, we were just about to say the crowd need to get behind him, and they thoroughly are. RPD's still got a lot of life in him, Stu. This guy is a fighter.
Absolutely.
Fighting out of Davis Gym. Obviously, he's from Blackpool. It's RPD, and this is where he doesn't want to be. Rick Marcus in the corner. With them blows from RPD right to the ribs, and a kick to the face there as well. And here we go, RPD goes up top. What's he looking for here?
Beautiful crossbody.
And that's going to be it. Oh, 1, 2. Goodness me, no. Rick
Whisker
Marcus
away.
Able to kick out. Marcus back to his feet, showing what a fighter he is as well, and he's caught him here. And what is this? Oh my goodness. RPD thrown high into the air with that release suplex. And the Cumbrian Outlaws get to the cover. He's got the leg hooked, but it's just a 2 count.
What a main event, Mike.
This is an absolute main event battle here. Rick Marcus trying to help his friend up. Only to lay some more beating on him, Stu.
What have both these guys got left in the tank?
Goodness me.
Lovely suplex.
The stress and strain on the spine of RPD there as that
Not
suplex
happy.
hit.
Wasn't
Not
happy there,
just-
Rick Marcus.
Not just the initial impact, but legs following through, and look at this now. Rick Marcus has
Snaps him down this time with it.
snap suplex, and this time he's got both legs hooked, and that's just a 2 count for referee James Greenwood. Rick Marcus says, sorry man, I've got to finish you. He's finishing this match off here.
Put the blocks on it this time, Mike, as RPD. Oh, one of his own.
Goodness me. Great vertical suplex there. Stu just held him in the air for a moment before delivering that Oblivion-style
Makes
suplex.
his head down to the canvas as well, Mike.
It was almost a brain buster, Stu.
Absolutely, yeah. Seen many of them over the years, Mike. Watching pro wrestling.
He was at the top of that there. Stu, don't look down. But unbelievably enough, Marcus is up first, but what a kip up from RPD. Wow. There's life in him yet, the fighter, and he's back up 2 clotheslines. Oh, goes for the punch. Fakes Marcus out, ducks the clothesline, catches him, yes. That mic check puts him down on the ground. The Cumbrian Outlaw. And the crowd in here in Kirby Sports Bar are loving this one now. They're hoping RPD can pick up the victory here against his good friend Rick Marcus. Let's see, but Marcus catches him. RPD trying to fight out of this predicament he's got himself into. Here we go, what's this? Oh, DDT! That's for a 1, 2. So close, Stu.
Razor close. I think one more big move, one of these guys will win it now. I'm predicting it, Mike.
Here comes
Seen
the
a lot of
commentator's
stuff
curse
so far.
again from Stu.
Yeah, it's been out in force today, Mike, hasn't it?
Cumbrian Outlaw back to his feet. RPD. What's this? He's looking for some sort of... Go. Oh, goodness me.
Thought he was getting out of that then. Thought he was going to spin out, but
His
no.
feet clipped the ropes
Yeah.
and managed to... Still ended up on his knees, taking most of the damage on his knees there and his wrist, I believe. And here we go. Going for the spear, and he
What
hits
a
it.
spear that was.
Massive spear by Rick Marcus for the victory here. It's not. RPD gets his shoulder up. How is this man still going,
I
Stu?
do not know. I do not know. I thought that was all she wrote right there, but once again, the tenacity of RPD in full force in this ring. Rick Marcus is beside himself. He thought he was going to get the victory then.
Both these guys have given us their all here, and the Cumbrian Outlaw now saying, RPD, give it up. It's over. Is it over? Referee asking the question. That's what happened in the last match.
He's almost beside himself that he's got to do this, Mike.
He looks like he's going, sorry, mate, he says to him, but that's it. He's going to finish him off here. This is it. Cumbrian Outlaw, dig to the ribs. And here we
Hooked
go.
himself there.
He's looking for the finish. Hang on, what's this?
What a punch!
Superman punch
Oh, my days.
out of nowhere. Rick Marcus is stumbling about here. And what's this? Oh my goodness. TKO! That could be it all. 1, 2, 3! And there we have it. RPD with the Superman punch and the TKO picks up the win here at Atmosfear Superstar Pro Wrestling. And your winner there, RPD.
Well set up with that knockout punch. I thought that was going to be it. And then the TKO following it. All the best boxers have a combo, Mike. And he's brought that into the wrestling ring.
As soon as I saw Rick Marcus's legs go there, I knew it was going to be the win for RPD as he hits the TKO and stands tall here at Kirby Sports Bar. And he's fought for his fallen friend, Mark Lee. What a great way these two guys have shown their respect.
Testament to both gentlemen today.
And look at this, Stu.
Absolutely, that's what
He
it's all
offers the
about.
hand of friendship.
That's it.
And look at this.
We can all relate to that, Mike.
An embrace there
That's
by the
lovely.
guys.
It's lovely to see.
And RPD, your winner, holds up the hand of his friend Rick Marcus, the Cumbrian outlaw. And there you see it. Mutual respect.
A lot of love on both sides there.